Pure love creates and sustains your realities. May 27, 2013. The awakening of the collective of humanity is proceeding quite marvelously, though we know that it does not seem to be so from the point of view of those of you who continue to struggle. We ask you to stand strong in your efforts, dear souls, for the divine is much closer than you would readily believe, and we are, in fact, with every one of you right now. We feel such a strong love for the awakening collective of humanity and indeed, for all of creation. We feel the strongest love and desire to assist you along your personal and collective evolution processes because truly, what you are doing is unprecedented. You are allowing a planet whose surface has been brimming with negativity for far too long to find the light and find ascension as a result, and your efforts up to this point have been more than needed. This is because every single Earth soul is feeding their thoughts and emotions into a grid of energy, which has been discussed before. You are feeding your thoughts and feelings into the collective consciousness, and what you manifest comes as a result of those thoughts and feelings. This is why we encourage positivity and love in all endeavors, because truly, those emotions and energies will not steer you wrong. Peek into the unknown. Souls on your world throughout a plethora of ages have taken to mental means of understanding life and the universe around you, and this has proven an ultimately fruitless way to look at your lives, for truly, everything around you is brimming with the purest of spirituality. Even when it doesn't seem to be so. Yes, your lower realms will boast continual physicality that seems to be quite unchangeable at times, but a simple meditative peek into the unknown will help remind you that divinity and spirituality are present everywhere and that all one needs to do is honestly search for such things to find them. Those on your world who refuse to believe in the existence of spirit or realms beyond your conscious perception will find their increased understanding of these realms in their own perfect timing. It is simply that the density and physicality of the Earth experience have fogged the minds and hearts of too many Earth souls who feel as if the reality they experience is the only one in existence. We ask for you to see how untrue such an idea truly is in the face of the vast planets, galaxies and universes that lay beyond this one. Indeed, it would make little sense for an entire creation to be envisioned up only to have one small, blue planet in the corner of the cosmos be the only one hosting life and conscious experiences. The purpose of creation is for you to experience yourselves as the creator in a more distorted form than you had originally existed in, and your return to full consciousness will herald your complete and uninhibited understanding that you are God, in every single form God has come about. Source created the lower realms to experience. This is because the Creator, Source, God, whatever you wish to call the entity who created and continues to sustain all of our conscious experiences until we grow back into the understanding that we are such Creator. This soul has formed lower, dense realms from his/her own omnipotent structure, for fragmented aspects of his/her ultimate being to experience, play around in and eventually grow away from. You have certainly had your fair share of play on the Earth, but we again note the level of trouble and difficulty experienced by many of you who simply wish to feel and remember what it is like to exist in the realms of full consciousness. You are gaining small yet potent glimpses into the higher realms with each bit of intent and effort you make to seek them, and as has been said, your connection to creation, the source of all that is perfectly instantaneous. You need only make a request that the Creator be with you, and quite instantly, you will find yourselves in the vicinity of the Creator's energies. Indeed, in so many senses we all already feel and exist as a part of the Creator's energies, but we know that many of you dear earthly souls would like even more of a glimpse into the energies making up your conscious experience of reality and leading you ever onward toward purer dimensions of consciousness. Cleansing and healing orchestrated pollution. We are constantly in your skies, helping to mitigate and in some cases, neutralize altogether, the pollution that is continually manifested and fed on your dearest Earth. The cabals have quite purposely taken to harming Gaia by way of polluting her ground, skies, waterways and atmosphere, and as such, We take to stationing ourselves in Skaya's sky so that we can send out formulas and energies that help in the mitigation of the negative effects the massive pollution being fed would otherwise have. In so many areas of your world the cabals have established refineries, mills and other things that are intended to produce commodities and foods on your earth, but that pollute her surface and atmosphere drastically. We ask for the collective of humanity to begin getting as active as you possibly can in raising awareness of the massive pollution that is being fed, because as a collective you can truly get so much more accomplished than you would readily believe. Your collective power is quite strong indeed, which is why you have been kept separated for so very long. When it is understood that no man is different from another and that all are loved equally by a creator who doesn't judge or send any souls to any hellish landscape if they do not follow a strict set of rules or dogmas, humanity will unite with the grace and ease of our creator. We excitedly await such a time when you can fully come together and express yourselves as facets of an infinite oversoul of consciousness, merging with your twin flame in true, unconditional love. As humanity comes together and finds an unprecedented collective growth and learning, your oneness will become increasingly clear, and some of you who are particularly close may eventually find yourselves merging as you discover your ability to do so. What we mean is that you are all comprised of the same spiritual energy, and many of you who feel very close with each other at present may eventually choose to merge back into a fragmented aspect of the one oversoul that you truly are, which is made up of both or more individual souls who wish to rejoin together. Many twin flames have incarnated on your world and physically separated despite the fact that at a spiritual level, they are aligned and united. Pure love creates and sustains your realities, and when we use the term love, we do not use it in the hollow sense many on the earth have been accustomed to. Rather, we speak of true, pure unconditional love, which is sent out to every facet of our Creator's inexplicably large creation. Every single God spark on your dear earth and far beyond can begin to unlock and understand the true, full and awesome power of the energy that is love. This energy helps to sustain and keep your conscious experience of reality in place, and as you evolve and find purer dimensions of consciousness, perception and understanding, you will see that the energies formulating each experience on each octave of consciousness you are to undergo remain the prevalent force helping you to create the realities you will exist in upon evolving. So many aspects of your current experience will fade away or be transmuted altogether as you grow into greater perceptions, but the energy that is love will only come to be understood more and more as the ultimate, infallible energy that it is. Your infallibility and the barriers of negativity. Being comprised of this energy, you too are infallible, and you can affirm this to be so in every moment. You have had to deal with very real barriers that would and will attempt to get you to feed the strongest of negativity, separation and hatred, but we trust that you dear souls can recognize when a clear malevolent influence is attempting to take control over your emotions and rightly work to transmute the aspects of those barriers attempting to hold negativity in place. Psychic attacks are indeed real, but we do not want for you dear souls to fear any type of malevolent entity coming through and attacking you. Rather, psychic attacks will come in the form of being sent discordant energies and impressions, and negative or low emotions are usually attached to such discord as the entity sending them attempts to get the soul receiving them to feed such negativity. If an attempted psychic attack comes your way, there is truly nothing to fear, as you can call upon dear archangels Michael, Raphael or any one of us to help you with the full and clear stopping of such attacks. Your and our blessing energies will go to the entity attempting to send them to you. The cabal heads specifically who have been behind many of such attacks have had their day in the sun, and currently experience pure forms of containment that we are indeed stepping up, until their influence has dwindled down to nothing in terms of what they are able to do or achieve. Intensification of containment and humanity's responsibility. Your society as it is today has been quite fabricated and planned out, and the cabal heads who have played very large parts in the engineering of your society have, for quite a while, attempted various different schemes and attacks against the collective of humanity which, little did they know when planning them, were not to ever be brought about because they are not in alignment with what humanity is intended to experience via your ordained free will contracts. We speak of these souls existing in a holographic reality wherein they think or assume they are pulling a massive, malevolent deed off, only to find that the events they plan so rigorously have not happened at all. This is one of the strongest aspects of the containment the cabal heads are experiencing at this time, and along with this, they are fruitfully contacted in their dream state and are being worked with so that the malevolence that's closed off their hearts for so long can no longer have the effects or cause the massive suffering and hardship it has. We do not want for discussions of containment, disclosure or anything else to soften humanity's personal drive to enact change on your world, as while we are assisting you with so many facets of your evolution, and this truth simply cannot be overstated. We can only work within the perimeters we are allotted, and we must allow your experiences to largely play out as you create them. We can help to neutralize the cabal heads and the dastardly deeds they would attempt to perpetrate upon the earth, and we can help clean up your environment so that the playing field is fair and humanity does not experience a grand catastrophe as a result of the cabal's actions or the general unawareness as to the massive pollution being fed on your world. But beyond all of this, we must look toward you, the awakening humanity, to bring forth exposure and peace for your entire collective to feel, radiate and benefit from. As we make our final impressions for this communication, we again ask every one of you to get as active as you possibly can in restoring the earth and working to expose to the entire collective everything about your planet that isn't in alignment with the freedom and sovereignty every soul deserves to feel and understand. We will be and have been with you in your inner realms, and so very soon, we will be able to be with you on the ground. Then, the real celebrations can begin. Thank you to SanJAsKa and the Pleiadian High Council. Channeled through WesAnak. WesAnak.com. AquariusParadigm.com.